Hey everybody, how you guys doing? I am Maija DiGiorgio, and I am here today joined with Jaylyn Bishop, comedian, dry bar comedian, fabulous extraordinaire, my cousin, and of course the great Matt Lewis, who is the one who has dragged me into actually doing a podcast because I've tried to avoid it because anything that requires me leaving my house. Outside of going to do a show, I just seem to have some challenges with. So
no comment.
Yeah, exactly. No comment. So today I'm in Yankee gear. My hair has been quite a disaster. What's up, Edgar Rivera is on. What's up, Edgar? What's up? And I'm kind of happy to be back in Los Angeles. I was doing a gig out of New Orleans with Dean Edwards all week. Woo! I love Dean. You know, my favorite thing is when you go to gigs and it does not feel like you're working. And I think that's what got me into comedy in the first place. You know, because it was a point where we just, it became work. You know, and all of a sudden it makes it so difficult when you're doing comedy and you feel like you're pushing, but when it's easy because you're just having a good time with your friends, it's just like, ugh. So I feel like I just was on vacation as opposed to working and then dealing with how cold it is. We were down in Belize.
Oh, well, you have a beautiful glow, so you came back
I have
glowing.
a beautiful glow.
Nice.
I appreciate that.
Came back glowing.
Well, I appreciate that. I feel good. I had a birthday yesterday.
Yes, happy birthday to you. Wait a minute, which happy birthday do you want? Do you? Oh, well, he broke it down to go, shorty.
It's your birthday.
Don't party like
So I had a good birthday though. It was you and I went out. Jaylyn and I went out. Matt, I don't think Matt knew it was my birthday.
Matt texted you happy birthday.
He did it in a different language though, and
Matt,
it can.
I put Feliz Cumpleaños. We're in Los Angeles.
Okay, well,
There we go.
know. So I'm not used to all of that fancy talk.
All right,
Matt's fancy talk.
Yeah.
And
Spanish.
in Spanish.
Spanish is fancy. Here we go. Yeah.
Don't hit her with the fancy. Don't hit her with the fancy.
All right, you're teasing me. A
little bit.
But I had a good time though.
Yeah.
Yesterday was good, even though it was raining and cold in Los Angeles. We still managed to have a good time.
Oh,
so
we had
got
wine
a
and
birthday present for you.
We had wine and Indian food.
Yeah.
Wine and Indian food is fabulous.
That's fabulous.
Matt has a birthday gift for me.
Yeah, I got a birthday present for you.
gosh.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's one you've gotten before from me, but here you go.
What did Matt get? Yeah, AAA card. He gets me AAA cards.
I thought it was a Metro card at first. I was like, what?
This is why you got to hang out with the white man, because they will literally hook you up. He'll do this. He knows I'm on the road. He knows I am driving to one end of the other earth. And he's like, you just need to get AAA. And I'm like, I'm doing my irresponsible comedy thing. And he just hooked me up with this is fantastic.
And in typical Maija fashion, they misspelled it for you. But it'll still work.
Always
It'll still work.
misspelled.
Yeah, they did the last.
You know what's so crazy? Almost did the whole thing.
Until they got to the very
don't
end.
take my number.
Oh, no.
Don't take my number.
Don't take my
number.
number.
Down.
Yes, I think it's AAA. I forgot people would be like, oh, but to be copy that number.
I got a whole bunch of lockouts coming, in like North Dakota. Here we go.
Oh, that is beautiful. That is awesome.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
We got you fat and drunk, and Matt was responsible.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got you something that you can use all year long.
And I tried to teach you
all
some
year
Spanish,
long.
too.
Exactly.
Dang. Well, my birthday's coming up, and I already have AAA, but you know what I don't have?
What?
$500,000 in cold cash.
Oh,
I'll take that, Matt.
Matt's
Well,
working on it himself.
I just got that spare. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Optimist.
Anyway, so yeah. So a lot of things have been pretty interesting. Did you see that Smokey Robinson released a new record called Orgasm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or soundgasm or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't buy it, but I bought the next single.
Neither did anybody else.
Called EKG. It's the EKG after the.
Smokey Robinson is how old is he? Like 78.
He's got to be 70. Women are probably because he's still handsome, but
he has no more
gasms. Yeah. That
he doesn't have orgasms.
Yeah.
Nobody else bought that either.
That's yes, absolutely.
It's just
shooting dust.
I was having it was a couple different things that were going on with me. I I also realized I was out of New Orleans doing gigs, and they've decided to cancel the Broadway show that is on the ship. And I didn't want to. I do want to bring this up because I feel like they're replacing what is Six, which is the six wives of Henry. Is it
Henry VIII?
Henry VIII's six wives, right? Which is a fun show, but they're replacing it with the Wheel of Fortune. And I just feel like it says so much about our society when you're going to cancel singers and dancers and live music
for Vanna White
for opportunities for people to make money.
I was like, but that's
win free money. Like we're killing. Are we killing all art?
Yes.
So that way people can't even. People have gotten to the point where we're so commercial and so financially obsessed that people have to be in everything to possibly win money to bait them in as entertainment.
You can't.
It's what the population
you have to be
wants.
The audience member and the show. If you're not the audience member and the show, nobody wants to do it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, but my thing is like, how bad was the production?
It was real. It was
cancel you.
No, it was very good.
Was it good? Okay.
It was very good. The singers were great. I mean, I was so surprised because Dean. One thing I love about working with Dean Edwards is everybody he's around he treats like gold.
Oh yeah.
Every worker he treats like gold. The other artists around him, he's like, let's go support them. He never like looks at other artists and says, oh, this is my thing. I'm just gonna go to sleep now because it's not my turn to get on stage.
Oh wow.
He goes out. He supports everybody, and so that was like a great lesson to go out and enjoy. Someone who has that.
Yeah, he is
that loving.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, and he's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, but when we went and the show was so good, and they said, they're going to cancel it, and they're bringing in a game show. I'm like, really? I mean, they already have game shows. Everybody's already winning free stuff all day long. Yeah. So, the fact that I'm just wondering, when does it stop? When does it stop? And like, are we going to just keep continuing to like destroy the arts? Or are we going to allow and build more and more society where people can't even sit for 10 minutes and enjoy something and watch some people work, some people sing and dance and change and do a thought shift to something different outside of themselves? Or is it just going to be a me? Oh, guess what? I can win.
I think it's just me now because everything is instant. Like we ruined this society when we went to instant popcorn.
Shut up.
Like microwave popcorn. That used to be our thing in New York. We used to go over to a friend's house named Michelle. And remember Michelle had 1,000 different popcorns.
She would do it he knows Michelle.
Put it on the pot.
He knows Michelle.
Yeah, we put it on the pot, remember? Sure. Yeah. And we would just like
air pop it. Air pop it.
She had a whirly pop. I bought it for her.
She had the whirly pop.
It was fresh. You can buy these things called whirly pop and you make
popcorn. Oh my gosh. And then we went to microwave popcorn.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Now everything is microwave.
It's cheaper, but it's grosser.
Yeah, everything is microwave. Yeah. Microwave careers, everything is instant.
People try to microwave a steak.
The other thing that happened, which I thought was nuts, was every time I went to a new town to visit, as you walk in, they have, and I do this in every mall too now, you go in and there's always some random guy that rolls up with an accent. It's like, you look beautiful, darling. You look so beautiful. Look at you, mommy. Beautiful. Beautiful. Where you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? And then they grab you by the hand. They go, no, you are going to love this. I have to try this product on you. So they sit you down and then they put this gunk under one eye, right? And then they tell you how beautiful you are at the same time as they're insulting you. They will go, you are beautiful, beautiful, but you look terrible, terrible. And if you be more beautiful, if you bought this product here. And then they have one eye and then the one eye swells up and the one eye looks like you're 22 years old. And then the other eye, they take, and I think they leave the bad eye. They leave the eye that's got the biggest bag. You know what I'm saying? So that bag is drooping down to here. And then the other eye was like, and they go like, look at yourself. Look at how good you look. Look at how amazing you look. And I'm looking and I'm like, okay, I got this one eye that looks great. The other one looks horrific. And then they, $300. This is $300. You buy this, it's $300.
But for you, $280.
$280.
Yeah,
exactly.
they always
$280. But $300. But look at how beautiful you look. And you're like, can you please finish the eye? And then he's like, look, no, you must take this. You have to buy this. You have to buy it. And I go, can I see it? Can I see it? And he's like, yes, go ahead. Look at the ingredients. All collagen. All collagen. I said, it's not all collagen. It has aluminum in it. And he's like. and aluminum gives you Alzheimer's. And you know what he says? He goes, so what? You put it on once a week. You put it on once a week. I was like, great. My eye's going to look good, but I'm not going to know who I even am to begin with. Yeah. So and then
once you have Alzheimer's, you won't even realize that it has anything bad in it.
Yeah, exactly. So now I leave this one. I walk around the corner. I get dragged in, but you are so beautiful. You're so beautiful, so beautiful.
It's his cousin.
Here, what you'll need to do is you take this. I'm going to give you free hand cream. Here's free hand. I'm like, I need hand cream. Here's free hand cream. Come here. I want to fix your eye. So like I go to the next. She fixes. So she does the same thing. Instead of like, I got one saggy eye. So instead of fixing this eye, she fixes the eye that he just fixed.
Yeah.
So now this eye is now looking 19 years old. And I'm like, listen, I already been through this. I don't want it. It's got aluminum in it. Look, it's got aluminum. And she goes, so what? You just do a little bit. You do a little bit. Your face looks fantastic. I'm saying, I don't want something that's going to be aluminum in it. If you could give me something, just, all right, look, you're right. I have something else. You must come with me. Come in the back. So I go in the back, and I'm like, you know what? I was just like, why should I even go in the back? I'm by myself. I could be kidnapped in the back.
Like, that's the kidnap.
Sex trafficking, you know? She's like, it's your neck. Your neck looks terrible. Your neck.
Just negging you. They're just negging you the whole time.
So like your neck, your face looks beautiful, but it's your neck, your face, no. So come in the back. So she goes, I will do red light. We do red light for you.
Red light treatment.
So she gives me, so she goes,
UV.
hold still. This is the red light. You take this piece and you take red light. You put all over your neck. And she's like, look, I will rub. She goes, look, that thing that was there, it's gone. It's gone. It's fantastic. You need to do this. You need this. And I said, how much? She goes, it's $8,000. And I was like, I'll take the car behind curtain number 2. And $8,000 for some neck rubber.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then she literally takes the neck thing. And she goes, look, what do you do? What do you do for work? I said, I'm a comedian. She goes, you're like influencer. I'll give you a better price. I'll give you $6,800 for this. And I was like, and I threw in the eye thing. So like,
she's doing you a favor with that low price.
Yeah. I literally, I had to leave. I was escaped out the back.
Yeah.
I was holding one eye and threw my neck over my shoulder, apparently hanging, and got the hell out of there. But I was like, really? How do you insult me and make me feel awful at the same exact time? At the same time.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing.
Because that's what makes us buy stuff.
Yeah, that's what cosmetics commercials do.
That's what makes you buy stuff.
You don't want to look like this, and then would you rather look like this or
would
like
you
that?
rather look like you?
Because
or would you rather look like her?
You could have her.
Would you rather look like Halle Berry or you?
Here. Yeah. Joan Rivers in a bottle. Joan Rivers, we take... She's like, what's that sister that had the cell thing that they made the movie about? She had like the one cell that like lived forever. Henrietta Leaks. This is Joan River Leaks. We will give you all the Botox schools out of her that we have been reproducing to make your face look better. Your face looks terrible.
Oh yeah, because everybody.
Can you fix my eyes so I can leave?
But that's what makes
so I can walk out of here.
Yeah, that's what makes you. That's what makes the world go better, or I shouldn't say better. That was makes the world go round. If you don't think that you were just as beautiful as somebody else, then we can always convince you to buy something that you need.
Yeah,
the red light is crazy.
They do that for guys too. It's mostly cars basically. Do you want to be happy in your life, or do you want to drive this Dodge Charger or something like that? Are you happy with where you're at? So like a guy has to feel like everybody else has one. I need to get a Tesla also or something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I guess it's not a deep voice for a Tesla driver, but
it's. I'd rather have Tesla.
Yeah.
Oh God!
You can't hear me coming.
You want to upgrade? Yeah. Are you happy with? Your friends hate you because of your old iPhone. You need an iPhone 84. You know that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you're going to be the biggest dork. Everyone's going to ignore you on the group chats unless you have the newest.
No,
iPhone.
I will tell you though. Some of the things that they do about the iPhones or your Androids are for real, and I'll tell you because I have elders in my family that think that they're being smart, and we're being frivolous and foolish by using an iPhone or an Android, and they go and they buy like a little phone that's like some guy we're like, what is this? And they go, I'm old, I don't know how to use the phone because I'm old. Here, take it. And like no one knows how to use that phone. They bought a cheap phone. So you know what? If you're an older person, just get a real phone. You won't feel bad. You won't feel bad about yourself. You won't. You'll be like, I know how to use this. I understand technology. I'm not 8,000 years old and stupid.
Yeah.
It's just I bought a cheap phone And not a person on earth knows how to use it.
Oh yeah, my father he refused to get a phone.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not getting a mobile phone.
Yeah.
Because when I'm outside, guess what? I'm mobile. Yeah. I don't need no phone. So he would not get a phone. And if he did try to like use somebody's phone because something happened, he'd be on that person's phone, hollering into the phone.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah.
And you're like, what? He refused to do Zoom, any of that. He thought somebody was watching him if he used Zoom. I was like,
that's
this
wild.
dude was too much.
My dad with his phone, he'll talk to you like on a normal level if you're like in the same state, but if you're calling long distance, he starts talking even louder.
Oh yeah.
And then like if he finds out you're in Mexico, he talks even louder. If
That's
he ever
very
calls
funny.
He's like screaming into the phone if he's in China. It's like
they don't understand the phone thing. I mean,
they're used to the wires.
My Italian grandparents used to do this even on their regular phone. They used to shut off all the electricity in the house because they thought that the phone was going to blow up when it rang. So they were like, quick, turn off the washing machine. Oh, quick, go run over and turn off the dishwasher. And turn off the TV. The phone will ring.
Unhook the plumbing.
Yeah. They just
don't use the bathroom because they're plumbing. Oh. Yeah, it's too late.
I don't think they understood that it was all, the way it was all connected.
Yeah,
so.
it's just not working.
Yeah, it was very, very strange.
But we laugh at people that are older and don't know how to use the phones. But all the new stuff on the iPhones, I don't know how to use it.
Yeah, but look,
no
that's not what I'm saying. If it's on an iPhone, there's a way to figure it out. But if it's on these cheap side phones, nobody knows how to figure them out. It's not about being old. It's about buying a bad product. You're gonna buy the $200 cell phone. Well, it's got a display screen. It looks the same. And then my father comes running to me. It's like, hey, I don't know how to download this. I can't get YouTube the way I wanted to get to YouTube. I can't. I said, I can't get to YouTube because you got a cheap phone.
YouTube
just
doesn't
buy a real phone. Buy a real phone. Sorry, that costs money.
The cell phone was pre-YouTube.
Yeah, you're like, this doesn't come with.
No, he goes and buys a new one, and it's like they always do this. It's like it's attached to your cable. They do this thing. They got like attaches your cable and your cable and your house phone, and now they got a new cell phone that is offered to families, and then they got I got a great deal, and you're just frivolous, Maija. You're using a phone that works. That works, that is usable, that I can do what I can do my computing. I can solve a lot of problems, but no, he doesn't want to do that because this one costs $200.
When my mother gets on FaceTime, that's got to be the funniest thing ever.
What?
Because she freezes for like 5 seconds each time. She waits and she holds the phone. And she goes,
"Oh, that's very funny."
The transition.
She thinks she's like, "I'm waiting for you to pick it up." She puts it here, then she puts it there, then she puts it there. Then you normally just get to see my mom's left breast.
Oh, that's
the whole rest of the time.
No, the best
she's
is
asking 1,000 questions.
The best is the old
OnlyFans.
She should. She would have the greatest OnlyFans ever because you just get to see the inside of her pit for the whole time. She like puts it right here and she just walks around with it, and then she's asking you all kind of questions. Did you see my hair? Did you see this? You're like, Mom, take the phone out. She goes, I lost the phone. Where at?
And it's still under her arm.
No,
it's a sad thing.
It reminds me of the all the immigrant photos because I have all these photos of my family.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, oh, look at them. And then it was like, did they think someone's going to shoot them behind because all the shots are like
hostage situation.
Yeah, it's a very strange. It's like everybody's got like great grandparents and all their pictures are like. Like, oh my God, I had no idea.
We have an 8. He just turned a year. My mother was trying to FaceTime everybody.
Okay.
And I said, Mom, hand the baby the phone. And the baby went turned the phone up and put us on FaceTime.
Yeah.
Because he's so used to FaceTiming his mother.
Yeah.
He grew up with it.
That he just turned it on. And my mom was like, how do you...
You could just turn the phone?
Oh, I had the kids are hilarious.
Oh
my nephew called in for my birthday, and then my dad calls me for my birthday. Then my nephew says on the phone, he's like, yeah, well, happy birthday. Yeah, Grandpa forgot it was your birthday, but I saved him. My father's in the back like, I didn't forget. How can you tell her I forgot? How can you do that? Why are you doing that? And I was like, I thought it was hilarious. He was like, what? You did forget. And like, that's the argument that I got. I was like, it's okay. He forgot how to spell my name too. So
people are saying on my chat that the new phones are come a long way and they are difficult to use sometimes.
They are, but buy an Apple or buy an Android. Don't buy
the Androids.
Don't buy a squiggly jiggly.
Yeah. buy an Apple.
Yeah, you want to buy
Get
a
some
phone
like Romanian cell phone or something like that.
Yeah, some that millions of people use.
Yeah.
And
don't buy what are those called?
There's like my dad's like, but consumer.
The big bug. I think it's called the big
jitterbug.
bug. The jitterbug. Don't get the jitterbug.
No,
what's a jitterbug?
The jitterbug is for
seniors. It has like big numbers.
Yeah, if you.
it's a rotary. It has like a rotary.
I mean, it's like the jitterbug.
Jitterbug.
It comes with a whole.
Oh yeah, you can play VHS tapes on it. Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Got Betamax.
Yeah, don't buy the jitterbug, ladies and gentlemen. The jitterbug is not the business.
The iTunes is all vinyl. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
But the buttons are this big, though. The buttons are this big, so it takes you a half hour to just put somebody's phone number in.
Yeah, you would just be better off just getting an Apple and just enlarging it, and just something smooth.
Note to our octogenarians.
You think they're listening? They can't find us right now.
We should be talking louder. Here we go.
I was talking to somebody the other day. I was talking to my friend who was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a podcast with me." Like, you don't even watch podcasts, so what do you know? Like, what will you mean? We're gonna just do a podcast? No, like you don't even know. You don't. Have you ever? When was the last podcast you ever listened to? When was the last podcast you ever listened? I have no idea. You're still watching network TV. You haven't even downloaded your Netflix app. There's a Netflix app on this thing?
Oh, that's hilarious.
They're still leery of satellite radio. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So those are some of the things that have been on my mind, Matt. And before I get into some other things that might just really piss me off, so I figured we can throw on the news, because if I get into the next topic, it'll piss me off.
All right.
So you don't want me to get pissed off.
No.
I mean, I do my best, but sometimes it happens.
But you don't piss me off. But
Okay,
there's a topic on my list that might piss me off if I bring it up.
All right. Is it? I haven't seen it. You want me to go with the story?
Should we go with the story as opposed to me doing a piss me off story?
Okay. Either way, what are your call?
Well, how pissed off are you gonna get?
I'm gonna get mad.
Is it Will Smith pissed off?
No,
Are you gonna walk over and slap somebody?
No, I'm not gonna snap you.
Okay. But we could.
She may slap me though. There we go.
But you just gave you a birthday gift, so you can't slap.
I can't slap him. Are you talking about? He can cut my AAA off.
Yeah, exactly, man. She'll be stranded. She'll be stranded in the woods somewhere.
Exactly.
Here we go. Yeah.
Exactly. So so it's okay. We can go.
All right.
We can go into stuff.
Okay. Entertainment news. We'll start entertainment.
Sounds good to me.
All right. This is out of page 6. Bianca. I don't have it up on the string. Bianca Censori loves the new girlfriend of Kanye West. Loves his new titanium teeth so much she made them her phone background.
Okay. So how much did he pay for these teeth?
How much did he pay?
It says he's paid like almost $1 million, like
$850,000.
$850,000 to get teeth that look like they look like the back of your iPhone here. It's like it looks like the back of your iPhone.
Like the Punisher. Logo.
With two fangs.
Yeah.
So he did give himself meat tearing teeth, but he got they're all So his girlfriend loves him so much.
Yes.
You know, the fact that she's with him. You know, there's some people in life. The reason they break up doesn't mean that. I know people are Kanye fans. Doesn't mean that he's a bad person for the rest of his life, even though he's pro-Nazi.
Yeah, he's apologized.
But the thing is that did he watch? Did he have to watch all those World War II movies on Netflix?
Oh, wow.
That was his punishment.
Youch.
Like here, this is something you missed. Obviously, you missed a few months in history class where you suspended from school during those classes. I understand sometimes there's a fall in the education system.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, there's a reason you've been put on timeout.
Yeah.
Now, like, and as women, women will put you guys on timeouts. We will put you on timeout.
It's happened to me.
And the last thing you want is putting a guy on timeout, and then some random hoe tries to get you out of timeout. And like you're messing up the whole timeout point. Like if you want, like people who love Kanye, you want Kanye to get well.
Yeah.
Don't date him and go along with his craziness.
Yeah.
Because he will never get better. Do you know what I mean? It takes sometimes, and it doesn't always work. I mean, look at what happened with Ivana Trump. Do you know what I'm saying? Ivana Trump, she married him. All their craziness, they have it in their non-disclosure, and then she left him, and then he didn't learn his lesson.
Marla Maples.
And the next thing you know, she was at the bottom of the stairs.
Crazy hole.
Yeah.
And she was down, and then she died. Randomly fell down some stairs.
Not suspicious at all. Yeah.
Randomly fell down some stairs.
Well, I guess this is what I would say about Kanye.
Yeah.
any person that would pay that kind of money
$850,000
for some teeth,
yeah.
I'm gonna date you if I'm a random hoe.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting free shit.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
he got his teeth done again, and this is Kanye's 4th or 5th tooth job.
Yeah.
Because remember when he first came out and he had them.
Oh well, he had the car. He got hit.
But he had
his
these
mouth wired shut.
He had his mouth wired shut, and then when he got his teeth,
Can they do that again?
and then when he had then he got those teeth, and he had those big Mr. Ed teeth. That went all the way out.
Yeah, he had bad.
And then
fronts. Yeah, for
then
that.
he fixed the teeth again, and then they have the little bitty like chiclet teeth.
Mm-hmm. He overcompensated. He undercompensated.
And then he got other teeth, and they looked regular, but his jaws were like.
He overcompensated. So now he's got these giant teeth.
So now he has giant.
They're not even teeth. Look, if they're teeth.
But would you break up with a dude who has titanium teeth that can probably bite through something?
No, look at the teeth. That is not titanium teeth. That's like
that's just like a. You know what that looks like?
That's like a wall.
You know what it looks like?
Yeah,
remember when you were little and you used to take the silver thing out of the gum and then stick it around
the
your
foil.
teeth?
The foil?
The foil?
Yeah.
He looks like he has
like
foil teeth.
Like a spearmint kind of
yes,
thing.
Yeah. I would have did that. Yeah. I don't know.
For $1 million? $1 million?
Yeah.
And then you're going to like them so much you're going to put them on your phone? Yeah, honey, these are great. I mean, compensate a little more normal. You know what I mean? Like compensating is like Chappelle didn't have any muscles, and he's like, I got muscles, and he's like, I got muscles. You know what I mean? And sometimes you see him like
now he looks like a linebacker.
Now he's got like a linebacker. You know, and so that's compensating. But like you're gonna compensate. That's crazy. There's a point where you're gonna spend $1 million, all the money and all the good you can do in the world, $1 million, so you could have shiny shark teeth like that looks like
that's not
foil. Like,
and he could have just did that with the foil out of the gum.
Well, in fairness, he hasn't said anything pro-Nazi with the new teeth. Can we give him credit for that?
Because they probably put stuff in his teeth that
control his mouth.
They control his mouth. He ain't saying nothing. Get ready to say something anti-Nazi.
It's like a shot collar.
Pro-Nazi.
It's like a shot collar.
Yep.
The shot collar for his mouth.
No, I'm saying like if he would even try to go back and say anything
Nazi,
anti-Nazi, they can't.
Pro-Nazi.
No, he can't say any anti-Nazi stuff because they have it in his teeth.
Yeah.
So he can't even say pro or anti because boom, they'll get his teeth.
They just zap him on.
They'll zap him.
Anytime Kanye starts talking to Alex Jones, his mouth just shuts.
His mouth just closes up. He can't. He's back to.
You know what?
He's back to Through the Wire, the Shaka Khan.
Poor Kanye.
No, it's not poor. He's got $850,000 worth.
That's true. There's no poor with that. There is no poor when you just spend that kind of money on your teeth. There's no poor with that.
It's just shameful use of money.
All right.
You know.
Well, anybody that knows Kanye, tell him that. I know he only did the top. Did he only do the top?
I believe he did both. Yeah, I already clicked it. Yeah,
well, if you didn't do the top, the bottom, Kanye, holla at me because I have some gum wrappers and I'm gonna hook you up.
Some Wrigley spearmint.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna charge you that much, bro. I got you.
There we go. All right, for the next one, I got. Of course, this is gonna be weird.
Weird.
Of course, it's also from page 6.
Okay.
Kathy Hilton and husband Rick have once-a-week Cheesecake Factory dates. Because it's the best place to get meatloaf. Kathy Hilton of the Hilton family and also Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kathy and Rick Hilton's go-to date spot is surprisingly low-key. We go to Cheesecake Factory. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum 64 told page 6 from her Bel Air mansion while promoting her new Smirnoff Ice Smash tea campaign.
Okay.
What is wrong with rich white people?
Yeah, like they can't get a meatloaf. You know what I mean? Like that's that. You know, it's the meatloaf and the tapioca pudding.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Meatloaf.
They just they're at the age where they're like craving old folks' home food.
Yeah, how old is this woman?
64.
Oh,
64.
no wonder she wants 64. She wants meatloaf.
Yeah, or her husband wanted meatloaf. Yeah.
Her husband's like. He looks really old, but maybe he's just the same age and hasn't gotten plastic surgery.
I mean, they're Hiltons.
Maybe he didn't get the $8,000 neck zapper.
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't even know that the Cheesecake Factory had meatloaf.
Yeah.
Well, who goes there for the meatloaf?
Yeah. Apparently they do.
He really likes the chicken fettuccine Alfredo, then also the one that you dip with the sauce, she said, of her spouse's go-to dishes, noting that all their food is good.
Oh, so they went to the Salisbury steak? The Salisbury steak?
Yeah. And these are Hilton's, by the way. Yeah.
It sounds like to me that they just bought the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, well, they're probably doing the drinks there. That may be it. He's
I was
promoting
like,
his
it sounds like
drink.
I was like, this sounds like to me they bought
that's
the
what's
Cheesecake
going
Factory.
on.
Oh, they got they're always running some reality stars.
But you know what? But they didn't speak to the PR person before they said, "Well, what do you like there?" We like the meatloaf, and everyone's like, "Who eats meatloaf?"
They were like,
I haven't seen meatloaf since the Brady Bunch. Remember, they were like, "It's meatloaf night on the Brady Bunch." I was like, "Who does meatloaf?"
Yeah,
crazy.
And who goes out to eat to get meatloaf?
Yeah,
yeah, no clue.
And all the servants
that's like a punishment.
Yeah.
If I've never in my life had meatloaf in a restaurant. What a waste of money.
That's like a Luby's cafeteria kind of move or
Yeah.
something like that.
No.
Right.
That's a truck stop.
That's very
Ain't
strange.
nothing else but the meatloaf.
People, who even eats meatloaf anymore anyway? Yeah. I don't know anybody. Like when people go,
does
like,
anybody eat meatloaf out there in
internet
podcast
land? No, I don't think
so. I
so.
won't lie. I actually like a good meatloaf, but
you don't get it.
I'm not gonna aim for it.
But you're from Oklahoma. You're from Oklahoma, Matt. We expect that.
I can't imagine.
When I go to Winnemucca, I get the meatloaf. Here we go. Yeah.
When you go where?
The Tribble Run, Winnemucca.
Winnemucca. Oh my God.
The hell gig we were talking about.
That was your head guilt. Oh, somebody did said that they do like meatloaf. Okay, they're saying they like meatloaf. Corey said he liked meatloaf. Miss Porter said she liked meatloaf.
There we go.
Would you guys go to the Cheesecake Factory and order meatloaf? I don't think so.
For $20, would you pay for a $20 dish of meatloaf? That's what it comes down to. Would you pay $20 on top of leaving a tip on top of your beverages? You have a basic bottom line $18.99 meatloaf. Would you spend $18.99 for a slice of meatloaf at a restaurant?
They just said no. They said they would do a home cooked meatloaf.
Yeah.
And
a home. Yeah.
See the kind with the ketchup in it.
Yeah. I like that.
I mean, you need ketchup to fix stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it's French fries and a burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are a resounding no on this side.
There you go. Resounding no.
Ah, man.
No.
Some people are haters. Here we go. This one's from justjared.com. Divine Joy Randolph recalls scary near-death robbery experience at a dim sum restaurant. Divine Joy Randolph is opening up about a near-death experience she had on Friday, January 19th. The holdover star appeared out on the Graham Norton show and recalled a crisis at a dim sum restaurant where she and her friend were having brunch. When the actors heard screaming and commotion, she ran to the kitchen and started grabbing knives. My back was to the door, and I was like, kerfuffle. Divine remembered on the show, and I see people rushing, and my brain's like, is this a flash mob? The audience laughed as she realized those aren't on trend anymore. It was a smash and grab going on at a Beverly Hills restaurant, and she was eating at right next door.
Did she think she was still in a movie, and she ran to the
she ran to
kitchen
get
and
knives,
got a knife?
like she was going to do kung fu with a knife.
Basically,
you know what I did?
Yeah.
I heard a commotion. I was at the restaurant. I didn't know what to do, so I ran to the back and grabbed an army of a whole gaggle of Chinese stars, because that's what I use when somebody breaks in. I grab Chinese and I go, bing, bing. Like,
she's gonna go Kill Bill. Yeah,
like
absolutely. Yeah.
She went and got it. She went and got it. She was at the sushi restaurant. I went and got a butter knife. I went and got an army of butter knives because I was at the sushi restaurant, and I chopsticked them. I chopsticked them. I don't get it. I don't. I mean, if that's your only near death experience. Then God bless you.
And she was on Orange Is the New Black, so she's
well, that's why she probably thinks she can use a knife.
She went to the kitchen. She went to the kitchen.
She's like, I'll spoon you. I will spoon you to death.
So there was a lot of spooning on Orange Is the New Black too. Here we
go. Looking for a shank. She got the wrong item. She needed a shank.
She went to the kitchen thinking they got knives, good ones. So she started collecting several. Basically, there was this jewelry store outside of the mall. There was a smash and grab. They were running through the mall with the bounty and the guns.
Yeah.
So she was gonna just.
Like play Crime Stopper or something.
She was gonna this is how the story actually. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, you go.
I was like, this is how the story actually went.
Yeah.
She hears the screaming. She's under the table.
Yeah, fair.
Because she's the person screaming.
Yes.
She's not like she didn't run to nobody runs
she
to
does
the kitchen.
this. Yeah, I know. She's probably forget in the kitchen. She was under the table.
Yeah.
She was probably like, oh, everyone ran out of the restaurant. Look, there's a lot of sushi on these tables. Let me take a bunch of these snacks and get out the door.
Free food.
Oh,
exactly.
And,
exactly.
Today she just got nominated for Best Supporting Actress for The Holdovers.
Oh,
for the
really?
Oscars. Yeah.
Really?
Congratulations.
Great
Maybe
movie.
they have knives there.
That is hilarious.
I mean, yeah. Well, there's no more danger at the Oscars now. Here we go.
Well, that's actually great. There's
Yeah.
no more danger.
Yes.
There's no more danger at the Oscars. Well, you don't know that's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen.
Just in case Will Smith might show up, somebody needed a knife.
No, I'm serious. That I've had some near death experiences. Who's had a good near death? Anybody have a good near death experience?
I actually had one
That didn't include being on didn't include being on stage.
Oh yeah, well I died plenty of times on stage. Clearly, you've seen half of them.
Oh, no,
Here we go.
What's your worst bomb? What's your worst bomb?
Worst bomb. Dude, it was a Black Casper show at the Lovett. I had to work something out. I had to work something out for a tape submission, and then he didn't even want to have me on the show. And I didn't know it was his night. Wow. And he just gave me the shittiest intro, and it was just like.
No, wait. How bad was the intro?
It was like, I don't know this guy. Apparently he works here, so he's gonna do some time.
Okay, I got my worst intro was Rob Stapleton.
Yeah.
Oh, and Rob Stapleton, I was new at comedy. He goes, this next we got another comedian come to stage. If she's not funny, feel free to throw shit at her. That's what he said. That's what he said to me. I've had so many people say some crazy stuff.
No,
Yeah.
I had coming to the stage. This next little MF. I mean, she better be one of the funniest little MFs I've ever seen. And if she ain't, then let's just everybody just get up.
When was you?
Just get up.
I'm sorry. I was having a bad night that night when I was hosting. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry about that.
And it was like I walked to the stage. As soon as I get to the stage, I just said, well, give it up for this MF. And everybody just started kind of laughing.
Oh,
but I've had some.
Yeah, mine were
terrible
a lot of, like, especially working, Def Jam rooms and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
When
this
you
next
work
white
those-
bitch coming to the stage. What?
Oh, the chitlin circuit. Boy,
Yeah,
you got to have
I've
a very tough skin.
Yeah, you definitely
to do that.
Definitely do. My worst bomb. Let me think. My worst bomb. I think Tracy Morgan had to drive the getaway car.
We have to rely on Tracy Morgan.
It was in Brooklyn. It was like on Fulton Street in Brooklyn, and I go in, I'm trying to do these jokes, and people got so mad that a bunch of people came running after me, and Tracy's like, yo, get in the car. And so he drove me the hell out of that. You gotta roll. Let's get the hell out of here. What the hell's the matter with you? Why would you say that joke? I was like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. I mean, like, oh my God. It was so bad.
My worst bomb was at the Cotton Club. Remember when they tried to revise it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I get into line in front of this guy, and he said, you better not be one of the comics because you jumped in line in front of me, son. I was like, nah. Soon as I got on the stage, he booed me before I even took the mic out the mic stand.
Oh, but yeah.
And everybody kept saying, well, let her go back up. The whole audience gets into an argument, and then they said, let her go back up. This one lady said, you don't boo nobody before they even take their mic out. That ain't right. And he was like, boo.
It turns the whole debate club over whether you can do your set.
When I got back up, grabbed the mic out, and said 3 words, the entire audience booed me.
Oh,
I was like,
there was a show I was hosting. I was doing a show at, it was a Hot 97 night at Caroline's. And this female goes up and she does this empowering unity, like it was amazing. She was the girl was actually, the lady she was on the Apollo, did this empowerment thing, so she had been on TV. So she gets up and has a whole thing about, like, especially whole thing on Black unity and treating each other and respecting each other, and this whole thing, and the audience gives her a standing ovation.
Come to the stage, Maija Jorio.
No. So then I walk on. I'm sitting in the back. The fight, and all of a sudden they put on this next sister who comes on. She's fair skinned, really beautifully dressed, very pretty, and the whole audience starts booing her.
Oh Jesus!
And so Angie Martinez comes out. She's like, look, I'll give you guys some free calendars and Hot 97 bump stickers.
Oh, she's just trying to win back the crowd.
Right? Yeah. And they bring me up, and I was so mad. I was like, how dare you? I opened with, how dare you do applaud and give a standing ovation about unity. And then this next sister comes on stage, and you guys are like, "She's too pretty, boo!" And like they literally went, and I was like, and I opened, I had a killer set. But at first it was like, oh, maybe I've been in trouble. But I was so mad that everybody really respected it. But it was funny because years later, I found out who it was.
Who?
It was Sandy Brown.
Sandy Brown was the one who got booed?
Yeah, she was so pretty, man. She came in like she had like her blazer on. She looked professional.
Oh, Sandy's
They were
gorgeous.
just so ignorant. This crowd, this Hot 97 crowd, they were just so. It was like they were ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But like I said, for me, I had been booed so much coming up in that circuit. Just booed so much. Guys come up on stage, grab your crotch on stage.
What?
Yeah, that happened to me Uptown Comedy Club. I've had so many.
Somebody would have no lips.
Yeah,
We'd be doing this from prison right now.
Yeah, it was comedy was awful and then you came in to New York like I think a few years after when it started to get a little bit better.
Yeah, it had gotten better.
And also too, you weren't going uptown as much because it was crazy.
Wild.
I mean, Chappelle used to say too, it's like the Apollo, and I did have a great set at the Apollo after they booed me when I walked on, but they had because I keep getting booed when I walk on, but Chappelle used to say like they booed Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
He's like
yeah.
she was
They didn't
14.
care.
He's like she was 14. They booed a child.
Yeah, and it would always be that one old lady that sat up front and she would start the booing.
But they practiced the
They
boo.
practiced. They
I
loved
remember
that.
my
They
second-
loved doing that.
My
That was
second
something
Apollo,
they really liked to do.
My second Apollo, Capone was the warm-up guy.
Oh yeah,
And he knew I was upstairs, and he was like, "All right, I want you guys to know how to boo. You're just gonna go boo and boo." And he rehearsed them, And as soon as I went on stage the second time, all I hear is the curtain opens and boo. And Monique stepped out and said, "No, you do not boo her. I have worked with her for more than a decade. How dare you treat her like that? We're gonna start this over again." So Monique restarted the show. So I really appreciated that. That
was it too, because if you got the host that didn't care about you getting booed and they could get more jokes off on it, then that would be fine. But sometimes you would get hosts that'd be like, no. We're going to start this over again. You guys are not going to boo this
Reset
person.
it, yeah.
Before.
Reset the room.
And that would be cool.
Especially if it's a taping, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that because of the boos that you got, that made you a harder comedian and a stronger comedian.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I'm not saying that we should go back to as rough as it was when we all started, but I am saying that we need to have some of that. Some people we need to start feeling that because everybody thinks that they're a superstar.
Yeah.
And you need to feel that that pressure was to you make diamonds with pressure. So we need that pressure to make the diamonds.
Yeah, it's called like bowling in bumper lanes,
Yeah, it's like you can't you
gotta earn those gutter balls.
You gotta earn those gutters, and I think that's what we kind of need to start bringing that back.
I appreciate that because that was like to come up and have to fight as many rooms that booed me. And then you have guys and I love them. They're sweet people. It's not that they're bad people. And they've mastered a different craft. And that craft is the internet. It's got nothing to do with the craft of stand-up comedy.
No, it's not.
It's kind of siloed off too, where they just in their own lane.
It's created such a disrespect for the actual art of comedy.
Right.
Because now those people are considered, well, you know what, it's okay. Anyone can just stand on stage and do that.
No.
And then it doesn't help comedy because people spend, it's like $100
night,
2 drink minimum and your ticket.
Parking, babysitter.
It's $200. It's $100 a person.
Yeah.
So, you're going to spend all that money and you're not going to laugh. You know what I mean? And you come out of there and you go, well, it's great. I got to take a picture with this guy who I thought was a wonderful internet sensation.
Yeah.
But, as opposed to saying it's a different craft, because I know comedians that are the best comedians, they're my New York buddies that are the best of like the Comedy Cellar. These guys are just some of the greatest comedians I've ever watched. And even celebrities. Like I have friends that are Hollywood icons. But their following, it's like, come on, man, they're Hollywood icons. Like, who cares about what their following is? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like they're already in movies. They don't need to be vetted by the internet. And being vetted by the internet, what works on the internet is like a car wreck. Yeah. So so it's almost like I'd be better off
walking across your computer.
I'd probably get more followers if I posted every set that I got booed off stage on than every set that I got a standing ovation on.
But then that doesn't equate to people coming out and buying tickets. And I think that that's the one thing that we found out over the pandemic was the people who have these huge followings, they can sell tickets, but they can't really sell tickets because their followings don't go outside.
Yeah.
They watch you on the internet. They're not going
there's
outside.
There's a lot of people who sell tickets because they've also learned to if you're a good marketing person, you know how to geolocate the area and target into people to get them out. So it is effective. Like, there are people who are super successful social media people that are selling out and they're in theaters. Yeah. But the problem is the quality of what it does to the art. And, if you're going to give out 50 slots to comedians for Netflix specials, and it's not going to be built on the quality of your work, but on how many people are following on the internet, then it's just really heartbreaking to the art. It's almost the same thing. We're going to replace the Broadway show with the singers and dancers who spent their entire life to go there with Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
I mean, social media is a gauge, but it ain't the only gauge. I mean, there still needs to be some critical thought, that's attributed to it. Yeah.
And the thing is,
it's a factor,
and you're right.
They
can sell tickets and they can sell tickets to a theater.
Yeah.
But how many times can you sell out like that?
Yeah.
How
much you gonna get on the comeback?
When one group of people hear that it's not that great, then the next group they can't sustain that kind of career.
It's disheartening because you go through a phase where it also hurts the art of comedy. So by the time people might catch up and shrink that artist, then you have a whole bunch of people that waste a lot of money and I'm not going to a comedy club.
Yeah.
They cashed out.
And there's also when I first started, there were comics that were getting multi-million-dollar TV deals for like TV shows and sitcoms and stuff. They were getting big deals, and all of a sudden, because nobody really could nail a successful show, they stopped giving out deals. And and so then people move on to the next thing, and it hurt the whole comedy business. It hurt the Montreal Festival is fantastic. They always pick for what's the next big deal.
Oh, JFL,
right. There's so many different things that factor in.
Right.
But it also too, you go into a club and the club booker doesn't know what he's looking at. Like when we came up, Lucian knew what he was looking at. But you look at, I got friends that started in comedy, not being a comedian, but started working. There's a club that I love. They're Batavia Comedy Vault.
Yeah.
Love this place on the road outside of Chicago. And it's really interesting to hear them now book comedians and then all of a sudden start to become educated. Well, this person was kind of funny, or this one. I was like, you know what? The room got a little negative. You know what? The crowd wasn't that happy. They weren't buying so many drinks. I heard that joke. You can watch the wait staff in a club. They'll be like, how many people are going to do the same joke?
Yeah.
How many people are going to do the same joke, man? It really is, you get educated. And so until the public is educated of what they're looking at, and you don't the bar isn't letting enough people through to do specials, because a lot of it is we're just going to go with the same guys. We're not giving out,
the same roster.
The same roster.
And a lot of the specials aren't specials.
They're
not special.
They're not even specials. They're just people just doing stand up or just talking.
Yeah, I mean, when I remember when HBO would do a drop, and
it'd be completely different.
That was a special.
It was a special. Now they're just these are mediums.
There's 6 HBOs, and there's and Netflix has there's 30 Netflix specials that drop this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not a special anymore. But again, that's back to the instant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything is instant. We don't take time. It took time for you to become a headliner.
Yeah.
It took time for you to become a feature.
Yeah.
It took time for you to be,
True.
You had to work your way up the ladder. Now you got 500 Instagram followers.
Yeah.
You're a headliner.
Yeah.
You can talk for 30 minutes.
Microwave
you're a
popcorn.
headliner.
Microwave popcorn.
You know what? You're right.
It don't taste good.
Talk for 30 minutes,
but you're gonna get
and you got exactly.
It's just content creation.
And it becomes disheartening. It's bad for the art, and it's ultimately bad for the person makes a lot of money and the management makes a lot of money, and that's good, but it also doesn't even give someone a fair shake to grow and become really good.
Well, the clubs don't develop like they used to.
No,
clubs used to develop, and that was a big difference because you could start as a, doorman and be getting a couple of, couple
start
spots,
doing the cold opens.
and then you start, you're getting 5-minute spots, 3-minute spots, 2-minute spots.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, okay, I'm on a regular lineup. Now it's not that.
Yeah.
So once we start developing people again, I think that that'll change. And I start seeing that some clubs now are really starting to take time and understand that comedy is an art.
Yes.
So hopefully this time next year we won't be having this conversation.
Yeah.
It'll all change next week.
Because we'll be ready.
Yeah. No, I hear you. All right, what's next? What
all
we got
right,
next?
so I was gonna go with politics now. Your favorite.
Lord.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is from the Tallahassee Democrat. Bill O'Reilly wants DeSantis to respond after Killing Book pulled from Florida shelves. Conservative commentator author Bill O'Reilly is calling on Governor Ron DeSantis to change Florida laws that have led to a surge of book removals and restrictions. Things are getting his book basically because there's a new law.
Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting. Hold on. Let me now.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
love the beginning of you calling it the Tallahassee Democrat, which is
That's the name of the newspaper. That's the name of the newspaper.
no. We started with Tallahassee Democrat.
Yeah.
So it's probably the only Democrat in Tallahassee that is
The
writing a book.
only one.
Yeah, the only one. That
But he's got a no, that's a newspaper.
It's a newspaper.
I
It's
know.
a news
He
site.
only has one subscriber.
one subscriber, and it's
Himself.
his mother. And so to write, and then he's now Bill O'Reilly is standing up against DeSantis.
Yeah.
Because of his book is now banned. So now he's gone too far.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you ban the rest of the stuff, that's okay. But when you burn my book in the store, that's it.
Preposterous. We are investigating and we are seeking comment from DeSantis, he wrote in another post. This will not stand.
That's hilarious.
Bill O'Reilly's furious.
And I bet you it's fisted just like that.
His two books, Killing Jesus, A History, and Killing Reagan, The Violent Assault That Changed the Presidency, had to get pulled because they had violent content from schools.
Well, they also he just banned
Don't
also
put the word killing in it in the
Sexual
beginning.
content.
No, he also got rid of the encyclopedia and the dictionary
dictionaries.
because it had sexual content.
The definition of sexual contact.
Hold up.
Yes.
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 He got rid of the dictionary?
Yeah.
The S episodes or the S volumes or whatever.
And he got rid of the encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because what kid is reading
Nobody
an
even looks at the
encyclopedia?
encyclopedia anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Or
you
the
know-
dictionary.
So it's a bunch of old people like, what we're going to do? We're going to ban.
Those are the same old people with those big phones.
The jitterbug phone.
Those are the same people with those big jitterbug phones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I guess, what could you say about that? I guess the thing is, like, if you believe that something,
once you start burning books, it's a slippery slope.
Well, that's
you know
the
what I
thing,
mean?
because
That's
I'm
the
saying,
thing.
when
Yeah,
did we
yeah.
go back to burning books?
We never had burning books.
Well,
We had,
Florida.
Florida. Well,
That's
that's
Florida
Florida.
burned books.
I mean, they did that with the inherit the.
I was
wind,
like, they
inherit
burned-
the
yeah,
wind.
they
and,
burned books a long time ago.
Evolution, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh my
To Kill a
gosh,
Mockingbird,
this Florida
that
is
kind of thing.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean, once you start doing that, it's just like, hey, they're coming for you next. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess my thought is, how does DeSantis have this type of power?
Governor of Florida.
I understand he's the governor of Florida, but there's state. I mean, there's still.
Well, you know what?
He's in charge of the Department of Florida State Department of
I think
Education.
what happens.
He's the governor.
I think what happens
can't
is that
even
people
believe
go,
that
wait a minute.
Nobody in Florida is even saying anything.
Because I don't think anybody realized that there needed to be something in place. Because who does it's
who does
so
stuff like that?
crazy. But you know what? You know that he's no longer in the running for president.
Yeah.
So now he can go home and figure out either he's going to ban more books, and or he's going to just focus in on his state. I just don't understand. It's almost like those things where you see certain states that still have it's legal to marry a 13-year-old girl. Like there's some states that still have stuff. There's still some states that have slavery in their constitution, and it has not been annulled.
Well,
Yeah.
you could just look at Delia's tour schedule and see which one.
Matt, you killed it with that one.
Drop the mic. There's
Matt
nothing else
dropped the
to say.
mic. I think that's the end of this. And that's the end of the show. No, come on.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
It's just, I guess that if you were in Florida, you need to get out and first of all, you need to read. But I know it's difficult to read because they've burned that. But anything that's not burnt, I would definitely take a look at it and see that you gotta say something. Just don't sit there.
I don't know, but that's Florida for you. That's why I don't visit. Go on.
I got more Florida for you. This is from the AP News.
Oh Lord!
Ousted Florida Republican chair cleared of a rape allegation, but police seek video voyeurism charge.
So okay, wait a minute. How do you get a video voyeurism charge? So he videotaped the rape. So the rape. He's not. It's like, well, it's not really rape because she seemed to like not
because
move.
she looked at the camera twice.
She looked at. Oh,
she blinked. Here we go.
So she knew what was going on.
Police cleared the ousted chair of the Florida Republican Party of rape allegations on Friday, but said they have asked prosecutors to charge him with illegally video recording the sexual encounter he had with a female acquaintance. The Sarasota Police Department said in a statement that a review of cell phone video Christian Ziegler made on an October 2nd encounter showed it was likely consensual, making it impossible to charge him with rape. However, police said the woman told investigators that she never consented to be video recorded and was unaware it had occurred.
And was unaware. I love that final line. And was unaware that it had occurred.
Stashed a video or whatever.
Oh, the video of the rape. Like,
we're not saying the R word.
Let's say the R word.
Stream.
They stream doesn't allow you to say the R word.
Just say
Wait
R
a minute,
word.
we're women. We're supposed to say the R word.
I'm telling you, monetize.
Oh my gosh, you can't talk about what's
that was
in the
my
news.
bad. That was my bad. I said
Didn't say so. The R word.
He R'd her is what, or whatever you want to say.
He R'd her, but he got off.
But he allegedly R'd her.
Yeah.
Because she knew she was being R'd.
Just blanked on
because
that.
she looked, but she didn't look directly at the camera. She kind of eye peeked it.
The woman was unaware that the encounter was being occurred, that she was being videotaped.
Yeah, I'm sure because she was. So was he trying to stop being raped?
Reported.
Thank you, algorithm.
She was trying to be R'd.
Door shut.
Yeah, exactly. Sheesh.
And that's why you. Well.
I wouldn't be like the last thing would be on my mind is there a camera? I'd be like, where's the exit? How do I get out of here? Is there a chair I can hit him with?
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird. Here we go.
Yeah, very.
All right, next one.
Okay.
Next topic.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right.
Here
you guys didn't hear that.
Sorry about that. This is
wild story, and I think it's a more important story, but yet the algorithm can't handle it. But if we were to talk about other stuff,
here we go.
Okay,
that's why they ban books because they got R's in them.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm catching. Okay, sports. Eric Spoelstra, Miami Heat coach. He signed a $120 million deal for I think 8 years. He's won a championship, got him to the finals. The Miami Heat, the team he coaches, they waited until after his alimony deal was finalized with his ex-wife. He was going through a divorce. The day after the alimony was settled, then they gave him $120 million.
Makes sense to me.
So his ex-wife can't get any of it.
Oh, wow.
Eric Spoelstra is widely considered to be the best coach in the NBA, if not the best. Now he has a record-breaking contract to go with his lofty status. The Heat have signed Spoelstra to an 8-year extension. I'm trying to find the point of it, but yeah, they waited until
his divorce was final.
That makes sense though.
That does.
I would, because he knew about it. And then he was like, hold on.
Just find a way to hold this payment.
Hold this deal. Don't say anything.
This sounds like,
as soon as she agrees to this amount, that's when I'm going to hit her in the face. Be like, bam.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going from like
crazy.
a few million a year to $12 million a year contract.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
You would, you'd have to be, because right now.
Because you got to be coy, or if not,
they'll
the
take you
chick
for
that
everything.
you're not even with is going to get half of your dough. Yes, of course I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, it was the organization hung around it.
Everybody was, don't say nothing.
Yeah, like I'm going through a divorce. We're not doing any contract.
Because all those guys have already been divorced too, so they understand.
That is true.
Yeah, like, don't give her nothing.
Exactly.
Take her season tickets.
All right, this one's from TMZ. Jason Kelsey, brother of Travis Kelsey, he lifted fans at the Buffalo game. She was shirtless and was lifting fans out of the stands because they wanted to meet Taylor Swift because she was in the box.
So who was shirtless? He was or she was?
Jason Kelsey.
He was shirtless.
The brother of
I know.
Travis Kelsey. Sorry, I didn't. So, Taylor Swift doesn't get upstage very often, but Travis Kelsey's brother Jason may have done just that at Sunday's game. It was also in Buffalo, in an outdoor stadium. And Jason Kelsey showed up with no shirt on.
I was like, why did he have no shirt on? It was freezing.
He's trying to do a Kreischer thing or something. I'm not sure. The Eagles center, whose season is over after his team lost in the playoffs, was hanging out with T. Swift and a bunch of other friends and family in a private suite at Highmark Stadium as Travis and the Chiefs took on. He was just lifting like little girls basically that wanted to see
shirtless.
Taylor. Yeah, well, he was shirtless. But he's a very hairy dude, so let's,
Yuck.
But they wanted to meet Taylor Swift. So he was just, so they
You're not going to lift my baby without no shirt on. I don't care who baby brother you are. Or they're twins, aren't they?
They're a couple years.
One's a couple years older than the other one.
They're around the same age.
Yeah, no. Plus, he's not the fine one anyway.
No, he's not. No,
the fine one is dating.
Was playing. He was the tight end.
If he wants to lift me up, that's different.
Uh-huh.
But the ugly, hairy, shirtless dude, no, you're not going to lift me
Well, he
up.
was just doing little girls. I mean, just like
You're
their
not
parents
going
were presenting
to
them.
lift my child without a shirt.
Yeah,
That's icky.
To meet Taylor Swift.
Ew.
For a child.
Ew.
All right. You have any thoughts on getting lifted by Jason Kelsey? I showed you that meme that he was roasting his brother on.
No, I just find like the whole thing, like they just are getting a little,
I get him because he's actually played. I can get with him. That Taylor Swift, it's a bit much during the games.
I'd like the football to be football.
Who cares about Taylor Swift?
Yeah, I mean that's just like when you're in the middle of a game.
No, unless they're throwing Taylor Swift from one edge of the.
Yeah, I love Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Taylor Swift. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
But let's keep the focus on the game.
Yeah,
it's almost like the same thing with the influencers. Let you know what?
Yeah.
She's going to get a bunch of attention, so we're going to forget that this is the NFL and we're going to turn this into something else. Meanwhile, there's probably some player who's going through something who could have heard something about something that could have been inspiring in football. There could have been somebody whose parent passed away and they just won a championship. We don't get that.
Yeah.
We get this conversation about somebody's holding Taylor Swift. It's such a distraction.
Sideshow. It's a sideshow.
It's the sideshow, and the fact that they are so concerned about that sideshow. And then I saw the other article was another Taylor Swift with all the nachos and they changed their food so that they got the
quesadillas and the waffle fries in Buffalo.
They changed everything because she was coming. I'm like, you know what? This is Buffalo. Let Buffalo be Buffalo food.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like let them shine.
Yeah.
It's not always about trying to change it to something that you think, oh, this is going to sell. So we're going to, even though it's the enemy team's girlfriend, we're gonna make a whole bunch of stuff and then sell a bunch of French fries with her name on it. She's got nothing to do with Buffalo.
Yeah, and the saddest thing is when you hear the commentators that are like 65, 70 say, I'm a Swiftie. No, you're not. No, you're not,
yeah,
sir.
Exactly.
No, you're not, sir.
Exactly.
Sir.
Exactly.
You don't even want to say that.
That's right.
Brent Musburger doesn't shake it off.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a Swiftie. Boo. No,
Exactly.
There we go. Also out of Kansas City. This is give me 1 second.
Is it all
here.
Kansas City?
Not all Kansas.
Well, nothing. Kansas City doesn't have much going on. So if I understand.
True.
I understand if Kansas City's going to
true.
milk the Taylor Swift, let them milk it. But what the heck is Buffalo thinking? Buffalo is like what is
Steel
about
town.
anything?
Yeah, it's like an industrial town.
They got great buffalo wings. They got all kinds of stuff.
They invented the buffalo wing.
Yeah.
This is from Fox 4KC. Kansas City. The investigation continues after 3 bodies were found behind a home in Kansas City's Northland for the first time. Fox 4 is hearing from the attorney of the man who lives at the home. 3 Kansas City men were found dead in a backyard after watching a Chiefs game at their friend's house, and they were. Kansas City police said the 3 men were found after a woman went searching for her fiancé on Tuesday, January 9th. The woman called police reporting a body at the home at Northwest 83rd. Police
Wait a minute. This sounds like they need to cancel the Chiefs.
I was like, Taylor Swift is making people kill themselves.
There's just way too many problems that are attached to the Chiefs.
The Kansas City
Chiefs. Way too many problems. There comes a point where it just needs to stop.
Yeah, they were apparently out. They were at his house watching the first round game, and they all left out the door, and then they all were found frozen to death. And it seems like it was no foul play. And
wait a minute. Didn't I just see this is the
outside?
This is the Jodie.
They left.
Wait.
Okay.
This is the Jodie Foster show. This is what I've been watching. Have you started that HBO show with Jodie Foster?
No. It's True Detective. True Detective.
True Detective.
Season 4.
Everyone's in the house, and then all of a sudden, everyone's outside of the house. Everyone's in there, and then they're outside, and they're all outside, frozen. And I didn't get to the next episode, so don't ruin it for me. I don't know what the dudes were doing.
But you ruined it for me because I didn't even get to the first one.
They were inside. Don't worry, you'll fall asleep. It'll take you about 6 weeks to get to episode 1.
Yeah.
But it's like
it's very deliberate. The True Detective stuff is.
It's the same thing. The guys were inside, and then they were outside. So they were inside, and they were frozen outside.
They were inside watching the game in whatever the man cave room.
Man cave, and then they all went outside.
Outside a door in the back
Absolutely.
that nobody ever uses, and then the guy didn't even know they were there.
Yep.
And they said it looks like no foul play. That was what the
Well, my thought is,
didn't look like foul play in the Jodie Foster thing either.
it's like how even a little kid knows to go inside when you get cold.
Yeah.
When my fingers get cold and my toes get cold, I'm going inside.
And three guys.
Yeah, I'm
Three
going
guys.
inside.
No,
three adult men.
Yeah, 3 grown men are, man, I'm cold.
mean,
and it's supposed to be. It's
I'm
supposed to
freezing.
be. Yeah,
I'm cold.
Yeah.
I ain't going in.
If it was
You
one guy
going in?
walked out by himself, tripped, fell, I could see that.
Yeah.
But like
3
three?
grown men standing outside.
That's just
trying
bizarre.
to out.
There's more to this one. There's
keep
gotta be.
this one on the side. I want to see how this develops.
Yeah,
we will
'cause
discuss this next week.
Because this is definitely is foul
Discuss
play.
this next week.
Yes.
Exactly.
This is that meatloaf.
This is meatloaf.
You couldn't get up.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
How many more we got?
I'm kind of into the wacky ones.
Oh,
Here we
let's
go.
go a couple wackies, then we'll head out for the day. So we had a
All right.
nice long
this
long
is
recording. Here.
Another one of your buddies, Florida governor. Fake Churchill quote Ron DeSantis used from a Budweiser ad, reports say. When Ron DeSantis announced that he was suspending his presidential campaign on Twitter, he used a quote that was supposedly said by former British Minister Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thing is, Churchill never said that.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
In fact, it is not really known who made the phrase popular in the first place, how it got associated with the former leader, but it has also been used in Budweiser ads. That was, and he attributed it to Winston Churchill.
But it wasn't a Bud Light ad.
Yeah.
And so long as it wasn't a Bud Light ad, it was just fine.
Yeah.
So that is very, very funny. But you know what? Oh, see, this is what happens when you ban the books.
Yeah, we don't know who's saying what.
You ban the books, you won't have any knowledge. He probably banned the Churchill books, and now he's wondering why he doesn't. He's quoting the wrong people. Welcome, but you know what? No one in Florida will know the difference either. So
Wow.
I'm glad someone fact checked him. He's ridiculous. Oh my God! So we got any more? You want to roll this up? Should we wrap this up?
I got 2 more. Give me one.
2 more.
There we go.
2 more.
Hey, Angela Means.
From the Daily Express, middle school removes bathroom mirrors to stop kids from making TikToks.
Hilarious.
One school is taking drastic measures to curb its students' TikTok addiction. Southern Alamance Middle School in Graham, North Carolina, has removed all of its bathroom mirrors to stop kids from chasing internet clout. Students were going to the bathroom for long periods of time and making TikTok videos, said school district spokesman Les Atkins.
We need to put the cameras back in the ladies' room. Oh,
That's
wait.
right.
Sorry. How did they find it? Or she just been taking a long time? And that is crazy.
Yeah.
So no. The teachers were watching TikTok.
I was like, that's how I used to, like, you remember, like, if you didn't study for a test or something?
Yeah.
You would beat it to the
Duck out,
bathroom.
duck out.
Yeah.
And you'd stay in the bathroom the whole time. Like, I mean, you weren't doing a TikTok
Yeah.
video, but that's you were staying in the bathroom until the teacher would finally come in there and go, "Are you okay?" Yeah.
Fake stomach ache.
I had something bad. Then you get to go to the nurse.
Yeah, but you filmed your evidence, so you can't.
Yeah,
So you
now
can't
these
be like,
kids are like,
you're doing your stuff in the.
silly little kids.
Yeah, they couldn't remake Ferris
all
Bueller
that-
now with cell phones.
Oh no, because we were always in the bathroom, like
Yeah.
so. But then, how do you know you have a milk mustache? How do you know if your hair's messed up?
Yeah.
You got to put, like, I think if I was a parent at that school, you got to put the mirror back. Put it up a little, but then they're junior high, right?
Yeah, middle school. Yeah,
They're middle school.
Yeah.
How
So
about
you gotta
this?
put it up a
How
little
about
higher.
this? Just watch the kids, ban it, take their phones,
How
let them
about
go to
take the
school.
phones?
Take the phones.
Yeah.
Why do they have phones in school?
Yeah, just have dumb phones.
Yeah.
Give them the old people
Yeah.
phones.
Give them those.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Right?
The dumb
Those
people.
jitterbug phones.
Yeah.
No, I
you
think
can,
just
you can
give them-
call
just
if you need to call or
Give
whatever.
them,
Yeah,
give
I
them
get that.
calculators.
Oh,
And that's it. That's
Wow.
it. Calculators, adding machines.
Yeah, there we
Okay.
go.
Somebody said they
Next.
lived in the bathroom. Hello, Angela Means. Angela Means is on. Hey,
Hey,
how are
hey.
you doing?
All right, it's from NBC News. Woman arrested after police found $2,500 worth of the Stanley Cup mugs in her car. The Stanley, have you seen the Stanley Cup mugs? Do you know? Are you familiar?
yeah.
Not the hockey trophy.
Not the Stanley Cup mugs. They're a mug.
They're just little
Somebody
mugs that you buy
Okay.
at the gift shop.
Yeah,
right.
the craze for Stanley. I can't remember what they do, but tools. They started making these mugs, and it's been like the new internet sensation. The craze for Stanley steel drinking cups reached new levels last week when a woman was arrested and accused of stealing 65 of them, worth $2,500 from a store in California.
Wow.
65 of them worth $2,500, so that would probably be like worth like $300 or $400 a piece.
That's what
For a cup?
for.
For a mug, yeah, they're like.
Are they mini Stanley cups? Are they like? Do they look like miniature
I
Stanley?
thought
No,
they were
no,
like
they
look
just-
like regular steins,
Okay,
right? Like
you know what the Stanley
mug
cups
stein.
look like to me though. Remember back in the day when people have like the pill cups and they collapse.
Yeah.
So you could take them, so you could have the pill in the water. So they like gold Stanley cup ones.
The little
That's-
Stanley Cup ones.
Yeah. It was in Sacramento.
Okay.
Officer spotted the vehicle. Stanley Cups have become highly sought after in recent months. Takes to a
Good to know. Good to
Yeah.
know. I'm
Good
glad
to know.
I know.
that
That's
I will
something
not
that's
be
just
getting a Stanley Cup
Yeah, something
unless I hit up that
I did
lady.
not. No,
definitely weird news. I have no interest.
If you want to give her, if you want to send Maija one for her birthday,
yes,
she
I'll-
will
yes,
take
I'll take a
them.
Stanley
there we
cup.
go.
Exactly.
One
And then my birthday's in May. Don't forget.
Okay, so 2, and I'm in September. You have time to save up for me.
Okay.
All right, last one. WITN News. Company offering 10,000 people who can ditch their phone for a month. A company is willing to pay pay people $10,000 to do a digital detox. Siggy's Dairy, which makes Icelandic-style yogurt, says it's nice to have a simpler life. In addition to the cash, the company is offering other prizes that include 3 months worth of yogurt, a flip phone, and a smart. Oh, this is to their employees.
I was like,
if they don't bring their phone in,
a flip phone?
That's still a phone.
That's still a phone, but it's a flip phone. So they
Yeah.
offer you a flip phone. They offer you yogurt. That's not going to work. I would pass on a flip phone and yogurt just to be able to keep my phone when I'm at work.
$10,000 a month.
Well, $10,000.
so you
a
get
month.
$10,000 a month if you don't bring your
I think
regular
wait a minute,
phone
hold
and
on,
just use
hold
your
on.
flip phone.
I think that this would be a great reality show, as opposed to like who's got the wife. It's like stay
Okay.
off your phone.
Yeah.
Who can stay off their phone
the longest.
the longest should
Yeah.
win like something.
$10,000.
Yeah,
whatever.
$10,000.
How long do you think you could go?
Oh, you know what? When once I detox from the phone
Yeah.
for like a couple of days, I love it. I feel so less stressed.
The first 48 hours are rough.
It depends on if I'm in a relationship.
You sound like you're like doing drugs.
Yeah, no,
the first 48 minutes, I had to tie off.
No.
I couldn't take it.
The other thing is that it's also the type of thing that if I'm in a relationship, it's harder. If it depends on what's going on at the time in my life.
Yeah, traveling,
You know what I mean?
whatever.
If I got to do something business wise, then I'll go nuts.
Yeah.
Okay,
know?
so what if it was this?
Mm-hmm.
You get $10,000, but you can use the internet for business only,
Then I'm good.
and
Like out of a laptop or off the phone?
a laptop
Okay.
only.
Okay, I could get with
I
that.
could do that.
Yeah.
I
Phone,
could do that.
you can't only if it's like an emergency or something like that. You
All it
can
has
use
is
your
like
phone.
911.
But you see,
Yeah.
I think we're all
So-
cheating because all of us would do that. I think the key is can you do that if you're like 12, or if you're
Oh,
16?
I think so. I think the kids. I think that they could.
20-year-olds.
What about the
20
kids that were in the
20.
middle
The,
school?
the ones that were raised with the phones. The last girl I was seeing was you couldn't not be looking at her phone the whole freaking
So you
time.
do.
Yeah.
So do you think that the average person could not do it?
Correct.
Yeah, it depends on what city, what state. It
Yeah.
also depends on like internet connection. If they're poor people that their internet is terrible, then it's really easy
Yeah.
to not really care that much.
They're not as connected.
See, I think I could do it. You know, the reason why I think I can do it
All right.
is because I'm on the ships a lot,
Okay.
and the internet is not that great.
You get spotty. Yeah.
So I've learned to literally tell people, "Hey, I'm going out on the ship," and like with Maija, I'll tell her, "Hey, I'm going out on the
Yeah.
ship. I'll be back on land in 3 days."
Yeah.
So in that 3 days, I literally will not use. The
Yeah, but so then
internet.
you're not a good contestant for the show.
I would be a great contestant because I'm winning. I'm winning. I could win.
You want a
I could
contestant.
we don't want to see people
I could
win. We
win.
want to see people get close and then
You want to
fail.
fall
That's what
apart.
we- yeah,
That-
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 But the only time, you know what? But
You'd be the worst person the network would pick. For
But
that
I
show.
do realize that I fail on one thing.
what's that?
I fail the moment I start to scroll.
Doom scroll.
Like if I scroll, I can start scrolling and for
What do you scroll?
hours.
What do you scroll?
IG feed or
IG feed.
Yeah.
I will
yeah.
IG feed.
Yeah.
That's I started to get
Interesting.
addicted to that.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
I will start to just scroll, and then
Yeah.
I'll look up and I'll be like,
Oh my god!
oh my god, it's 2 hours later,
It's dark
and
now.
I'm still sitting on the toilet.
That's very, very funny. It's very funny.
I will
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
so much. So that's
Well,
man.
there you go.
So
Well,
you don't think you could do it?
I think I could.
You think you could do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I could definitely do it.
Yeah.
I think it wouldn't bother me as much. I mean, but I think like Matt's right. People who grew up with a phone,
They probably couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Kids
They're
would go crazy.
hardwired.
Yeah. It's like that.
Like your nephew, probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's
About that
actually-
age? No?
Nah,
He could probably do it.
He could probably
Yeah. Okay.
do it.
All right.
So I got a
with my
question
phone.
for anybody who's out there watching. Put up if you think you could actually, how long you think you could go, and if you think you could actually go without your phone for 48 hours.
Yeah,
Since Matt
that's
said
good.
it's 48 hours.
How long
is the
could you go without your
longest
phone?
time?
48. The first 48. It's like that TV show. The
Well,
first
ask
40.
Angela Means. Angela Means, how long
Yeah.
could you go without your phone? Because she's on right now. So I'm
that's
saying,
real
hey,
cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Corey,
very
how
cool.
long could you go? Joe, how long could you go? How long could you guys go?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm winning.
They better type fast because we're getting ready to wrap this one up.
Tell me later.
So you guys, I'm Maija. This is Maija Behave with Matt Lewis and Jaylyn Bishop, and hopefully we'll get her back when we are back in another 2 weeks.
Yay!
And go over to Spotify and get Maija Behaves, and please subscribe.
Give it a 5-star rating.
Go to Apple, give us a 5-star.
Give it a positive comment.
And this was fun and easy. So hopefully we get to see you guys soon, and hopefully you're back more because this is real
Jay,
fun.
what's your social, Jay?
It's Jaylyn Bishop, Jaylym Bishop, like the church, except for I don't touch the children.
Oh, jeez. You're not Jason Kelsey.
It happens. I won't be touching children naked. Corey said he could do 48 hours.
All right.
Sean said he could do 12.
12. That's
All right. You can catch me at The Fun Matt Lewis. THEFUN Matt Lewis.
Oh, and you guys, we are at the Laugh Factory.
Yes, we're at the Laugh Factory. And I'm Maija. You know me, $1 Million Maija, and also just Maija DiGiorgio, because I don't even know. I got my names. I got to fix all that stuff. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. And we're here at the Laugh Factory. And go subscribe. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.